can create Dutch auction in Nextbuy system in two ways. From the dashboard by clicking on the hammer icon or new auction button visible in the sourcing module. In the new window, enter the name of the auction, choose the currency and start date. Then select the Dutch type of the auction and specify its direction. When you click Save, the system will redirect you to the Settings tab. In the General Information section, select Commodity and Organizational Unit. Optionally, you can add description, which will be added to the invitation template sent to the suppliers. The next section is Dates. In this section, you can change a preset start date. The end date for bidding will be automatically completed based on the values given in the Auction Parameters section. In the next section, Object of Auction, enter the name of the product, its quantity and measure unit. Optionally, you can also add a short description of the product, as well as change the value type, currency, or define your own unit of a given item, for example pallet. In the auction parameters, you can specify the direction of the auction and add a reference, call and final value. Depending on what data will be given in the field final value, value change by and increment will have a direct impact on the end date of the auction. In the offer submission options, you will specify that auction participants will need to be logged in to make a bid. The first bid will finish the auction. You will allow to submit offers on behalf of suppliers. In the View options, you will set that the bidders will see the result of the auction only after they have submitted a bid themselves, and whether the tender will be visible to all suppliers registered on the platform. In the Coworkers section, you can add colleagues who will have access to the auction preview. Additionally, you can specify if a team member will have the right to edit the auction, to see prices, and receives notifications. After completing the necessary data, click the Next button and go to the Attachment tab. You can add documents there. This could be, for example, the specification of the item of purchase or the auction rules. You can add attachments in two ways: by clicking on the Upload button or by using the drag and drop function. In order to make the loaded attachments visible to the suppliers, click on the Confirm all attachments or confirm the selected attachment separately. In the Suppliers tab, you can add suppliers from the suppliers database or from outside the database. By selecting Add a supplier from the suppliers database, you will see a list of available companies. You can search for the right suppliers there by choosing such criteria as company name, business description, or commodities. Advanced criteria can be found by expanding the other sections. You can select supplier by marking the checkbox next to the company line or the contact person representing the supplier. Finally, click the Select button. Adding suppliers from outside the database is possible in two ways. You can add a single supplier by entering email address and company name, or add multiple companies by entering their email addresses. If the auction is ready to be sent to suppliers, click on the Send RFX to Supplier button. Before sending the invitation, you can read the message, modify it, and change the default language. Finally, click on the Send button. Each of the selected suppliers will receive an individual invitation message together with a link to the Dutch auction you have prepared. Thank you for your attention and wish you success in your Nextbuy transactions.